Número 4, Thomas. Número 5, Lion. Número 7, senhoras e senhores, todos os posição de respeito para o hino da Grã-Bretanha. Essa partida, árbitro Sunshine, auxiliar número 1, Frei, auxiliar número 2, João. O nosso comissário de jogo é o Ricardo Souza.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Paralimpico Sports Facility here in wonderful Sao Paulo, Brazil. It is the 8th installment of the IWBF Under-23 World Championships. You're locked into court number 1 and the matchup of the two unbeaten teams in Group B as Italy 2-0 take on Great Britain, currently 3-0. This should be an absolutely fascinating encounter between two European heavyweights, and it'll all unfold here in South America. Hello everyone, welcome to the IWBF YouTube channel. John Hobbs on hand to bring you all the action, and thank you so very, very much for joining us wherever you are, whether it's in the United Kingdom, Italy, or anywhere else across the globe. Starting fives for these two nations. Let's start with Italy. Alessandro Spuels, Luigi Topo, Federico Balsamo, Gabriel da Silva Pellizzani, and Joel Boganelli. For Great Britain, Alex Wilson, Charlie McIntyre, Jack Long, Abs Tagrest, and Oscar Knight. So Great Britain going back to their usual starting five. A change from the one that started against Thailand the other day, and Italy maintaining their same starting five in what should be a really fascinating contest here on court number 1, and one team's unbeaten run will end here in Brazil. Three officials from Taipei, Shufei Haze, Shinsuke Nakado, and from Mexico, Juan Hernandez. Shinsuke Nakado from Japan. As we get set to start an eagerly anticipated contest between these two European heavyweights. They both pack a punch. Who will punch hardest come the end of this game? Italy in white, Great Britain in navy blue. As we get set to start, Spuels and Alex Wilson will tip it off. And this game is underway, and GB on the attack straight away. And Charlie McIntyre, who leads the competition with 15 assists a game, loses the ball. Boganelli with great defense. Joel Boganelli, a regular for the senior team as well as the under-23 squad. Balsamo. And Balsamo's shot is no good. This will go out of bounds and Great Britain will get the ball. Here is Knight. McIntyre, who pulls the strings for this GB team, but is all alone at the moment, waiting for help. Long and Knight come to follow. Here is Knight inside, and a foul. First score of the game for Great Britain. Great pass from Charlie McIntyre, who now moves on to assist number 47 already in this competition. 3 away from the magic 50 mark as Knight completes the three-point play. And there are the GB fans making a lot of noise. Perhaps one of the better supported teams in this competition. They have been absolutely amazing all week long. Long way to go in this tournament as well. And they hope to go all the way as Alex Wilson fouls Luigi Topo. Luigi Topo now only 17 years of age, fierce under the basket, really attacking-minded player, gets Italy's account off and running. As the noise deafening from the GB faithful as Topo makes them both. And here is Abs Tagrest. Tagrest, easy pass, and McIntyre does the rest. Simple yet effective. Abs Tagrest right down Main Street finds McIntyre, who puts it in for his first field goal. As the noise deafening, the Paralympico Sports Hall coming unglued here in Sao Paulo. Pellizzari still has it. Spoils with the midi. Alessandro Spoils, who plays his basketball for Cantu, who competed in this season's IWBF Champions Cup. Oscar Knight at the other end. Here is Boganelli, pestered by Tagrest, taken away by Knight, and GB again in transition. Italy do well to come back. Tagrest is open, sets himself, puts it up, knocks it down. Ups Tagrest with his first field goal. Pellizzari, who's yet to get going offensively, the leading scorer so far for Italy in this competition, around 15 points a game thus far. Here is Balsamo, shot clock at 4 for Italy. And the shot smacks the backboard from Pellizzari, and away comes Oscar Knight. 9-4 to Great Britain. McIntyre goes back, finds Wilson, who banks it up, doesn't get it to fall, and Spoils gets the rebound, and now in transition, Gabriel da Silva Pellizzari will lay it up and in, and that's his first field goal. Pellizzari averaging around nearly 15 points a game, also averaging 6 assists a contest. Here is Long. Long goes to the window and puts it in. And right now, Great Britain a flawless 5 for 5 from the field. They lead 11-6 with nearly 4 minutes played. Pellizzari a 3, and that's off the back of the backboard and right into the arms of Long. McIntyre does well to collect. And now Charlie McIntyre will methodically wait. Lobs it to Long. Pass to Tagrest. Tagrest. And that's off to the right, and it's rebounded by Dopo. Federico Balsamo. Here is Pellizzano. 5:40 remaining in the first quarter as Spoils puts it in. McIntyre has the lane, decides not to use it. McIntyre still with the ball, puts up a 3, and that will go into the waiting arms of Federico Balsamo. Balsamo still has it. Pellizzani, Spoils from the baseline, money. Alessandro Spoils with his second field goal. A really good shooter, Alessandro Spoils. Here is McIntyre. Long. Great pass inside, and Wilson does the rest. (13-10) in favour of Great Britain, as Boganelli puts it in. And Italy to within 1 of Great Britain. Great Britain have never trailed in this competition so far. This undoubtedly will be their toughest test against the Italians as McIntyre will go to the foul line. Charlie McIntyre, of course, will know the majority of these Italian players well. Plays his basketball, or spent 2 seasons with Dinamo Sassari. And one of his closest friends is on the Italian bench, Cristiano Urus, as McIntyre misses the first. And McIntyre puts in the second, and it's 14-12 in favour of Great Britain. Looking to become the first team in these World Championships to reach 4 wins and 0 losses. Great defense from McIntyre on Balsamo. Palazzani has it. Here is Boganelli in space. And that was a good closeout there from Knight. And here is Oscar Knight on the ball. Hounded by Boganelli. Here is Tagrest. McIntyre lobs it, welcomed by Long to Tagrest. McIntyre, great passing from GB, patient build-up play, and the finish from McIntyre. Palazzani now surveying what's before him. Thought about going it alone, but instead passes it to Boganelli. And the shot is no good from Luigi Topo, and away come Great Britain, who are starting to find a little bit of a groove and starting to break away. They're up 4. Tagrest wide open and looked to go off the window, but didn't even hit the rim, and Palazzani at the other end with some room service. 6 of 10 from the field for Italy, as McIntyre has it. Here is Long. McIntyre, Tagrest at the top. Here is Long, 8 to shoot. Long with the 2. 8 for 11 from the field for Great Britain to start. They have not gone below 51% from the field in this competition thus far, an incredibly impressive statistic. Here is Palazzani, stops at the foul line, decides to kick it out. Still has the ball, goes for the floater, and that's pretty. Beautifully done from Gabriel da Silva Palazzani. Plays his basketball for Padova Millennium Basket as McIntyre answers. Palazzani, again methodical as he pulls the strings of the Italian offense, finds a bit of room but decides not to use it. 5 to shoot for Italy. And the 3 off the glass is no good. It's batted around and out of bounds. It will be a Great Britain ball as the shot from Balsamo goes out of bounds. Federico Balsamo plays for the strong Italian club Santo Stefano. McIntyre on the ball. Long with the 2 again. Jack Long having a really trigger-happy first quarter. He's made a couple of field goals. And an offensive foul called for Italy. Foul called on Balsamo. That'll be his second foul, as Juan Hernandez, the referee from Mexico, in great position to call that. And the substitutions coming in for Italy as Nicolo Tomaselli comes into the game for the first time. And Balsamo comes out. Here is McIntyre, was thinking about the three, instead goes down Main Street, will find Wilson, who gets himself to the basket, whacks the backboard, gets his own rebound, and he'll go to the line. Wilson family right here in attendance in Sao Paulo, jumping for joy every time he gets the ball, as he will go for two shots. GB up 20-16, 25 seconds remaining in the first period here in Sao Paulo. Wilson misses the first. Silence befalls the Paralympico Sports Hall as Wilson splits his free throws. GB up by 5. Pellizzani. Boganelli. Wells. Back to Boganelli in all kinds of space. Instead, he'll give it up to Pellizzani, who puts it in. Final seconds of the first. Long three. And that is long. And that'll do it for the first period. And no doubt the most competitive first 10 minutes Great Britain have had in these World Championships, as expected. Italy putting up a test, but Great Britain so far weathering the storm. They lead 21-18 after one. Charlie McIntyre, 3 of 4 from the field. He has 7 points, 3 assists. Oscar Knight, a perfect 2 of 2 from the floor. He has 5 right now. Gabriel da Silva Pellizzani has 6 points on 3 of 5 shooting to lead Italy. Italy shooting a solid 53%. It's been a fairly even first quarter of play. Italy quietly going about their business. They've been methodical with every offense they've gone about. And for Great Britain right there, as Coach Adi Orogbemi gives some instruction to his team, George Gray telling the cameraman to go away. He's only just doing his job. But either way, all business for GB as they get set for the second quarter. A warm welcome to everyone on the IWBF YouTube channel. Great to have you on board, whether you are in the United Kingdom, where it's just coming up to dinner time in the UK. If you know, you know, I guess. And it's the same in Italy as well, whether you're in Italy or the United Kingdom. Great to have you both all on board. And of course, wherever you are across the world, the 8th annual Under-23 World Championships. Great Britain with a gold medal already in these World Championships. Of course, they won that back in 2017, a win over Turkey in the final. That was when Jim Palmer, Ben Fox, Greg Warburton and co were representing the nation. As Italy, all business to start this second period. Spoils and Tagrest, the long arms of Abs Tagrest with the steal, but he gives it up. And Tomaselli has it, and here is Pellizzani, back to Spoils. Spoils gets it back from Pellizzani, and he goes to the window and down. McIntyre. 1 point game, early doors in the second period. Long in a straitjacket here, has to give it up, does so to Tagrest. Here is McIntyre, sets himself high off the window, and Boganelli says thank you very much. Spoils, great movement there from Uras, who goes in, misses the 2. And here is Knight. Knight putting the move on Spoils and puts it in over Alessandro Spoils. That's a tough move from Oscar Knight. Cries of defense from the GB faithful. Boganelli looking to silence them. Turns around, puts it up, in and out, rebounded McIntyre. McIntyre now to the races. Knight under great pressure again, and he puts in another one. Oscar Knight has 7. Italy called timeout. GB are rampant. 8:11 to go in the second period, and right out of the timeout, Great Britain accelerating the gears up a bit, and Italy wanting to call a halt to proceedings as head coach Fabio Castellucci calls time. There are the GB fans. They're having fun here. It's a long trip from Great Britain across the Atlantic Ocean here to South America, but they're enjoying the moment. And they are hoping to go all the way. Of course, the final on the 20th of June. Top 4 teams advance from Group A and Group B into the quarterfinal stage. There'll be classification rounds as well to determine the positions of each of the 12 teams involved. Great Britain shooting 57% from the field thus far, and they are up 25-20. And this is their biggest lead of the game. Here is Pellizzari. Pellizzari surveying his options, goes for the shot, and Knight outreaches Boganelli. Tom Harvey into the game for the first time for Great Britain. A foul, an offensive foul is called on Oscar Knight. First foul on Oscar Knight. Plays his basketball in the northwest of Spain for Vigo. Here is Boganelli. Gabriel da Silva, Pellizzari putting the moves on Harvey. Pellizzari met by McIntyre. Here is Uras. Uras from the baseline misses everything. Good look though from Italy, getting the right shot off, but just the execution lacking. Here is McIntyre, and that pass goes right out of bounds. It was intended for Long, but Long just kept on moving. GB's 4th turnover in this contest. Here is Boganelli. Spoils. Again, Italy methodical in their approach offensively as Pellizzari has it. Pellizzari looks for the mid-range, instead looks to go to a better spot, gives it up to Spoils. 4 on the shot clock, and the whistle is gone. And the foul is on Jack Long, who's just signed a contract with Cologne 99ers and will head there following the conclusion of these World Championships. As Alessandro Spoils comes out, as does Abs Tagrest, and into the game for GB, Ollie Porter. In fact, Italy, not making a substitution. Spoils was just going to restart the game. My apologies, as here is Pellizzari. It's been a long day. Here is Spwells. Spwells a three. And it's rebounded, it's tipped. And Oscar Knight picks up the loose change. Knight. Harvey. Simple passing from GB. And Long will reset. 8 to shoot for Great Britain. Knight on the floor, gets himself back up. McIntyre in space. Knight still has it. 2 shots for Oscar Knight. Oscar Knight did so well there. Right on the perimeter, fell to the floor, got right back up, cut to the basket. The trailer was done to perfection from Knight, and McIntyre spotted him. And Oscar Knight heads to the line, and now substitutions will come in for Italy as Federico Balsamo will check in, as will Luigi Topo. As Nicolo Tomaselli and Cristiano Uas comes out. And Oscar Knight to the stripe for GB, and that smacks the bottom of the backboard. Great Britain 3 of 6 now from the stripe here today. But leading by 5. And that's what Coach Oribemi will like right now, but he'll want more execution, better execution, and they get a stop there automatically as Spwells turns the ball over. McIntyre, corner pocket, money. Boganelli, Balsamo. Topo will slow it down. Here is Balsamo, here is Palazzari. 9 to shoot for Italy. Beautiful, patient build-up play. And the finish inside from Luigi Topo. Simple yet effective basketball from Italy, and that's a first field goal for Luigi Topo. Here is McIntyre at the foul line. Shot clock in single figures for Great Britain. Boganelli gets his hands on McIntyre's pass. Long is in no man's land. It's 2 to shoot. Long's got to put it up. He'll do that and just falls out. And it's rebounded by Topo. Palazzari still has the ball, comes back out and gives it up to Balsamo. Balsamo, 7 to shoot. Spwells overnight, that's short, rebounded by McIntyre, taken back by Spwells, and Spwells says grazie. And now Coach Oribemi calls timeout. Brilliant play though from Alessandro Spwells, taking it right off an unassuming Charlie McIntyre. And frustrated with that last play, McIntyre, as it's a 3-point game, 4:46 remaining in the half. And Italy not going away right now. Great Britain have led from the very start. But Italy certainly showing some fight. Biggest lead of the game for Great Britain has been 7 points, as they are shooting 57% from the field. Their field goal percentage, again, like the last 3 games, has not gone beyond 51%. In fact, for this game, it's not gone below 55% thus far. But Italy doing well right now. It's been a very physical, very competitive contest. Both teams getting after it, showing no fear, and certainly showing their passion on the floor as Italy come back out. 4:46 remaining, and it's a 3-point game. Great to have you all on board the the IWBF YouTube channel. Great to have you all on board in Sao Paulo, Brazil, as South America plays host to the Under-23 World Championship. And here is Joel Clifton into the game, and straight away gets his shot up and right into the welcome arms of Federico Balsamo. Italy going down the middle, and the shot is good from Luigi Topo, the 17-year-old, with his first score of the second period. Clifton sees some daylight, kicks it out, the extra pass to Harvey. McIntyre is free. 6 to shoot for Clifton. Goes to the elbow, splash. Joel Clifton with his first field goal. And the London Titans man is off the mark. Pellizzari. 3:43 remaining in the half. GB a slender 3-point advantage. Pellizzari, and he can't answer back, and McIntyre rips it right off of Ollie Porter's hands. And here is Knight. McIntyre at the top. Pellizzari to greet him. Clifton. McIntyre, Clifton, Harvey is open, and Harvey gets it to go. And now Great Britain, slowly but surely flexing their muscles a little bit. But Italy will not go away, they will not lie down for this team. Finished 4th in the European Championships last summer, and eager to get a medal here in Brazil. Balsamo to Spuels, the touch pass to Boganelli, who rattles it in. McIntyre. Harvey was calling for it, he was on the trailer. Instead, Clifton will get it. Lovely pass to Harvey, the extra pass, Knight a 2. That misses everything, ball goes out of bounds, and it will be an Italy ball. As a substitution will come in, as Nicolo Tomaselli will check in, and Gabriel da Silva Pellizzari will go to the bench. Pellizzari right now an efficient 8 points on 4 of 8 shooting, has 6 assists as well. As I said, a player that really pulls the strings of this Italian offense, and a really vocal team player as well. Here is Spuels. Balsamo, Boganelli. Balsamo gets it back, and that's good. And that is Federico Balsamo's first field goal. 33% from the floor here in the first half. Tom Harvey has the ball. McIntyre sweeps it to Long, welcomed back to McIntyre. McIntyre finds Knight, fading away. (33-30). As said, the biggest lead of the game has been 7 points for Great Britain, who have led from the very start. Again, they have not trailed in this contest, and they've not trailed in this competition. As Boganelli, in and out, rebounded McIntyre. 1:14 remaining in the first half. McIntyre has 5 rebounds to go with his 9 points. Knight, McIntyre, 10 to shoot for Great Britain. Sets himself, and that whacks the backboard in too strong. And Italy now with Tomaselli, Balsamo, Spuels. And Balsamo will get it back, puts up a 3. And that would have tied the game if he hit that. That would have been the first time that Great Britain would have been tied up in this contest and in the competition as well. Here is Knight. Knight glides to the basket. can give Oscar Knight 13 points. 6 of 7 from the field. Again, an efficient first half for Oscar Knight, like we've seen all competition long thus far. Swells, here is Boganelli. Harvey with the defense. Swells, that would have been a pretty shot if it got in, but it's no good, and that is half-time in this one, and it's a closely fought encounter, but Great Britain have the edge. They lead Italy 35-30, and listen to the roar from the GB fans. They are happy with what they're seeing. Oscar Knight leading the way with 13. Charlie McIntyre has 9 points, 5 rebounds and 5 assists. Leading the way for Italy, Alessandro Swells, a very quiet 10 points for him. Quietly going about his business. And as we leave you with the best moments of the first half, but Great Britain in the ascendancy, but Italy firmly in this contest as well. Don't count out the Italians. It's 35-30. We'll be back in around 11 minutes time. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everyone, to the Paralimpico Sports Hall here in Sao Paulo, Brazil. And you are checking out the action in Group B on court number 1 as Italy trail Great Britain 35-30 in this battle of the unbeaten teams in the group. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are across the world. John Hobbs keeping you company for the second half. It's been a very entertaining first 20 minutes. Both teams have played a very aggressive style of basketball. Italy have been a bit more on the methodical side offensively. And Great Britain really sharing the ball incredibly well. And as a result, have a 5-point cushion going into the third quarter. Great Britain shooting 57% from the floor. Conversely, Italy shooting at around 45% as we get set to start the third period here in Sao Paulo. Of course, following on from this contest, over on court number 2, tipping off at 3:45 local time, Japan will take on South Africa. And the action concludes here on court number 1 at 4:30 as the United States of America take on Thailand. As GB get us off and running for the third period, McIntyre has the ball. Clifton inside, Knight bundling his way to the basket, and he will go to the line to start us off. Oscar Knight, who has all tournament long performed very well, especially under the basket, has over 50 points now in these World Championships. For Great Britain, makes the first. His 21 points and 7 rebounds, his performance of the tournament so far against Japan on the opening day. But double-digit games in scoring throughout the competition for Knight as he gives GB a 7-point advantage. Wells. 9 to shoot for Italy. Balsamo. Shot clock winding down. Balsamo with the 3, and that's good. First 3-pointer for Italy in their 7th attempt. Lucky 7 from downtown for Italy. And again, Italy not going away as McIntyre has the ball, and the shot clock is in single figures. Tap pass to Knight. Knight puts it in. Great pass from Joel Clifton. And Clifton now with his 3rd assist of the contest. And Knight fouls Spoels. Here it is, Balsamo. Boganelli, Spoels under the basket, and Knight with the rebound. Knight, here is McIntyre. McIntyre still has it. 10 to shoot. Clifton a 2, money. Joel Clifton getting involved at both ends of the floor here for GB. And now Great Britain have their largest lead of the game at 8. Just that 3-pointer from Italy, their contribution to the third. Looking to build on that now. Here is Federico Balsamo. whistle has gone. Well, 2 minutes and a bit of change played in the third period as substitutions coming in for Italy. Balsamo and Topo come out as Juras into the game and airballs a 3 for Italy. And Nicolo Tomaselli coming in as well. And a foul called off the ball from Alessandro Spuels, who collided with Oscar Knight away from the camera view. Here is Harvey, McIntyre. McIntyre looking to pass it over Spuels, gets past him, kicks it out to Harvey, back to McIntyre, and the foul! What a move away from the ball from McIntyre. Intelligent play from GB's Super 10, and he'll go to the line for the bonus, and a timeout called by Fabio Castellucci, as this is Great Britain's biggest lead of the contest and their first double-digit lead of the contest as well. Great to have everyone here watching on wherever you are on the IWBF YouTube channel. Great Britain out to their largest lead of this game. 43-33. As Fabio Castellucci calling the timeout, and Italy with just 3 points to their name in this third period. Great Britain out to an 8-3 start and leading by 10. Great to have everyone on board on the IWBF YouTube channel, and also don't forget to follow the IWBF on all social media platforms. Lots of great behind the scenes footage here in Sao Paulo, as well as the CBBC Brazil Instagram pages. Lots of fantastic content coming from our great organising committee here in this wonderful country, this wonderful city of Sao Paulo, the largest city in South America, home to 22 million people and bringing 12 of the elite nations at under 23 level to its lovely city, as McIntyre misses the resulting free throw. And here is McIntyre's good friend Cristiano Juras on the ball. And now Juras looking for help and finds it in Balsamo. Balsamo, that's a 2, and that's good. Federico Balsamo with his third field goal in this contest. He moves on to 7. McIntyre thinking about it, goes for the shot, and that's long. And the ball batted around and collected by Balsamo. And now Balsamo with his third rebound. And still on the ball. Boganelli in acres of space, rattles around and goes down. And again, Italy not going away, and that timeout igniting the Italians. Harvey to Knight, beautiful pass to McIntyre, who doesn't get the shot to go. McIntyre again with another bite of the cherry, can't get it to fall either. The ball is batted around, it's taken by Spuels. And Italy with a reprieve, and now they go down to their side of the floor. Balsamo is wide open, and he laces a 3, and here come the Italians. Timeout, Great Britain. Italy will not go down without a fight. And Great Britain Victims of a 7-0 run here by Italy out of Italy's own timeout. And Adi Orogbemi now, his hand has been forced. But a brilliant response from Italy, having gone down by double digits. A couple of shots falling, some stops. Charlie McIntyre frustrated that he didn't get his shots to go in the previous possession. McIntyre, though, leads the way for Great Britain overall with 11 points, 7 rebounds and 6 assists. Oscar Knight leads the scoring with 17. Alessandro Spuels and Federico Balsamo each have 10. But Italy certainly in rhythm, and a wise timeout from Coach Orogbemi, and now Great Britain looking to respond, looking to weather the Italian storm. Long with the ball. Tagres back into the game. Harvey, great touch pass, and Jack Long will head to the stripe. And that was good play again. Very good passing, understanding where each player was cutting to. And Jack Long will go to the stripe for Great Britain. Great Britain currently shooting 50% from the free throw line. And you can make that 6 of 11 now from the stripe for GB as they take a 4-point lead, chance to make it a 5. And Long does just that. As Balsamo, back iron, puts it in. It thought about it and then dropped down. Shades of Tyrese Halliburton there in the NBA Conference Finals in New York, and a foul called at midcourt. And Great Britain will keep possession as we enter the halfway point of the third period, and Italy now within a possession of Great Britain. As Abs Tagrest heads to the stripe. That's Abs Tagrest, as mentioned in earlier games, will head to Germany this summer, playing for the Cologne 99ers, having completed his spell with the Sheffield Steelers in the United Kingdom, and recently graduated from the University of Worcester. And Great Britain holding on to the lead, but Italy threatening. Another 3 goes up from Balsamo, and that one is long this time, and McIntyre will let the ball run out of bounds. And Abs Tagres wanted to get on with it, but referee just... In fact, the shot clock was malfunctioning there. Now it's back up to 24. I don't think GB want an extra 4 seconds on the shot clock, do they? Here is McIntyre. McIntyre lobs it to Long. Long says, thank you very much. Puts it up, puts it in. Jack Long with the score. And that's his 3rd field goal. Spuels. Balsamo with Harvey on him. Here is Boganelli. Boganelli looking to create space and puts it down as well. Both teams feeling it from the mid-range. Tagrest. Long has it back. And Long is fouled. by Bilal Ojadid. And Bilal Ojadid with his second foul of the day as Jack Long heads to the stripe. Italy in penalty, so Long will have freebies at the foul line. Jack Long, who now has 10 points for Great Britain, 3 of 6 from the field for him. Great Britain shooting at a 55% clip overall. Spuels lobs it wide and it's welcomed by Uras. And Uras is fouled. McIntyre holds his hand up and concedes the foul. The two close friends from their time at Dinamo Sassari colliding on that last possession. Here is Uras from Spuels. Uras a 3, buries it. Cristiano Uras from downtown, and Italy to within 3 points. Make that 4 points, excuse me. Here is McIntyre. McIntyre spinning around, gets himself free. Long goes up, and Jack Long returns to the foul line. And again, attacking play from Great Britain, forcing Italy to foul. They are in the penalty, and Jack Long will head to the stripe for freebies. Jack Long currently on 10 points, 2 rebounds and an assist. Make that 11 points now. A flawless 5 for 5 from the free throw line for Jack Long here in this one. And from the foul line you can make it a super 6 now for Long, and Great Britain holding on to the lead, but Italy again have been threatening. Boganelli, no hesitation at 2, it rattles out. And McIntyre comes up with it. Right down and stolen away by Spuels. McIntyre wants a foul. And away come Italy, it's 2-on-1, beautiful touch pass to Boganelli, and Uras again the finish. What a play from Cristiano Uras, as he roars to his teammate Boganelli, and away come Great Britain. Italy coming back. Long lobs it wide, welcomed by McIntyre. 8 to shoot for Great Britain. McIntyre to the lane, finds Long. Shot clock winding down. GB gotta get busy. Long the 2. Balsamo, Boganelli, 2:23 remaining in the third. Cristiano Uras lost by Italy, reclaimed by Spuels. Uras to the basket. Four-point game. Italy will not go away. McIntyre, and that's off. Keeps it in, passes it to Knight. Beautifully controlled by McIntyre. Gets the ball from Tugrest. Here is Long, here is Knight. Can't get it to fall. Spuels the rebound. Rebound number 5 for Alessandro Spuels to go with 10 points. 1:35 remaining in the third. Balsamo thought about the 3 and gives it up to Ujadid, and the 2 is good from Spuels. 2-point game. GB are being tested unlike never before here in Brazil. Swept wide by Long, welcomed by McIntyre, puts it in. much needed score for Great Britain. And the scoreline is, actually there we go, 57-53, not 55 all. As the scoreboard had it here in the arena. Boganelli a catch and shoot, and that's long, rebounded by McIntyre. McIntyre with 11 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists. McIntyre puts it up, knocks it down. Charlie McIntyre with the mid-range, pumps his fist. And Great Britain have weathered the Italian storm for now. 20 seconds left in the third. Balsamo. The Paralympico Sports Hall is coming unglued here. Spuels knocks it down. Italy will not go away. Final seconds of the third. McIntyre will not attempt the Hail Mary, and it's all to play for here on court number 1 as the two unblemished nations in Group B are fighting it out. Great Britain led by as many as 10, but Italy came back with a 7-0 run. Great Britain have weathered a few storms here from Italy. Italy, though, are not going away as Charlie McIntyre has 15 points, 10 rebounds and 9 assists. 1 assist shy of his second triple-double in these World Championships. Oscar Knight leading the way with 17 points on 7 of 10 shooting. Jack Long adding 14 to his name. Federico Balsamo has 13 for Italy. Alessandro Spuels shooting 58% from the floor for his 14 points. There you see the Italians. They have come back from 10 points down. It's a 2-possession game going into the 4th and final quarter. They have shown an incredible appetite, an incredible hunger to succeed. Italy, they've not led in this game, but they are not giving up the fight. They do not want to have their perfect record ruined with a defeat here, and likewise for Great Britain, they want to improve to 4-0 here in Group B and stand alone on the summit. It's great to have you all on board here on the IWBF YouTube channel. Lots of comments coming in. Keep them coming. It's going to be a thrilling last 10 minutes. I hope your heart rate can last it as we get set. And Italy will have the first possession. You've got to believe in a game full of runs as Taglest gets the steal. Great defense from Abs Taglest. McIntyre, here is Knight. Knight will go to the foul line. Great start, great urgency from Coach Orodbemi's side. And in this game that's determined by runs, you've got to believe whoever makes that first significant run here in this 4th period will more than likely get the win, but who will it favour? Will it go to Italy? Will it go to Great Britain? As Knight misses them both. Spuels looking for help, finds it in Balsamo. Balsamo with 6 to shoot. Spuels has it back. Uras a 2. And Knight rebounds. Here is Long. Long, it's blocked by Spuels on the shot from Wilson, or the attempt from Wilson. Shot clock is running down, and it's off the back iron from Knight. It's picked up by Long, and Great Britain have another bite of the cherry. And that shot no good either. And away come the Italians. Only Great Britain's 5th offensive rebound in this contest. Uras spoils and a foul called away from the ball. Foul called on Jack Long. Substitutions coming in for Italy, and Gabriel da Silva Pellizzani comes back in. Federico Balsamo comes out. Here is Spoels. Pellizzani lobs it wide. Uras a mid-range. That is Long. Boganelli did well to tip that, but Charlie McIntyre gets it back. McIntyre is struggling here. He's got to get it over the timeline. Knight finds himself open. Knight, and an offensive foul called on Great Britain. The foul is on Knight. Juan Hernandez, one of our officials from Mexico, with the call. Italy down by 4. Uras looking for help. Now finds the lane, kicks it out. Pellizzani is wide open, met by Knight. Uras puts up a mid-range, doesn't fall. And Alex Wilson with the rebound. Only his 3rd rebound of the day. McIntyre calls for calm. A foul is called on Pellizzani. And that is Pellizzani's, I think, 2nd foul. In fact, excuse me, it's his 1st foul, actually. Over 2 minutes played in the 4th period. Still anybody's contest. McIntyre. The screen from Tagrest. Here is Long. Finds Knight. Knight puts it up, puts it down. Oscar Knight with 19. Pellizzani. Cries of defense from the GB faithful. Spoils off balance. Rebounded by Knight. You can make that a lucky 7 on the rebound front for Oscar Knight. Wilson loses the ball. It's loose. Knight's backcourt violation. Orabemi and Knight not happy with the call, but it will be an Italian possession. Turnover number 8 for Great Britain. Orabemi is calling for the officials to check the monitor. And boos ringing out from the GB fans. I think the referees are still going to have a chat about this. Our 3 referees from Mexico, Taipei, and Japan. And Italy will have the ball. Trailing by 6. Cristiano Uras. Uras nearly lost the ball. Gives it to Spoels. Welcomed in by Tomaselli. Tomaselli, again, great defense from Abs Tagrest. 2nd steal of this 4th quarter for Abs Tagrest. Here is Long. Long lobs it to McIntyre, close to the hoop. Tagrest, a 2, short, and a foul call. In fact, it was Oscar Knight who hit the deck, and Italy will now get the ball back. Pellizzani. Pellizzani lobs it across, and the finish inside from Bilal Ojajid. Ojajid, a Milan native, getting on the score sheet. McIntyre putting the moves on Boganelli. Deflected out of bounds by his domestic teammate Cristiano Juras. So Great Britain will have the ball back, but 4 seconds on the shot clock. Around 4 minutes played of the final period. And not to tempt fate, but we haven't had an overtime session yet in these World Championships. Still a long way to go, though. McIntyre, shot clock winding down for Knight, who puts it in at the buzzer. Oscar Knight from the baseline beats the buzzer, and GB lead by 6 again. Pellizzani goes for 3, that's off. And the moment that left his hands, the Great Britain fans looked incredibly nervous and then cheered as loud as they could when that went out of bounds. Italy now 3 of 12 from downtown in this contest. Given freedom of the land from the perimeter, here is Long. McIntyre has it. Here is Knight. Knight gets it to go. And that is a second triple-double of these World Championships for Charlie McIntyre. 15 points, 11 rebounds, 10 assists. Pellizzani off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Tagrest. 8-point lead for Great Britain. McIntyre had the lane, decided not to use it. Long, 8 to shoot. Long, a 2. And that'll fall out and into the welcome arms of Juras, who is fouled by Abs Tagrest. In fact, no, he's not. It's an offensive foul. Italy cannot believe the call. They want to challenge this. It's a timeout for Great Britain. Castellucci incensed by the call. And a timeout has been called, and the referees have made their decision final. 4:32 remaining, and Great Britain in the ascendancy. Great Britain have made their run. They've had their momentum now. Can they maintain it and get the win and improve to 4-0 and all but secure their place in the quarterfinals? Remember, the top 4 teams from groups A and B qualify for the quarterfinals, leading up to the final on June the 20th. That'll be on a Friday. The horns are blaring, the pans are bashing from the Great Britain fans. That's right, even the kitchen utensils are here, and they are being banged in support of Great Britain. Tagrest, McIntyre. Wilson is free. Wilson over Boganelli, short. Good defense from Boganelli. Still has it. It's blocked by Juras. And Spuels comes up with it. Pellizzaro. Here is Juras. 6 minutes played in the 4th period, and the whistle has gone. And the foul away from the ball is on McIntyre. And that's Charlie McIntyre's second foul of this one. 4:03 remaining, and GB up 65-57. And into the game for the first time, Henley Kavanagh. as Alex Wilson heads to the bench. And substitution for Italy as well, as Federico Balsamo comes into the game and Gabriel da Silva Pellizzari comes out. Uras, Balsamo. 6 minutes played in the fourth. Here is Uras, another whistle has gone. As the play will reset. Spuels, I believe, was the player who just hit the deck quickly, but quickly got back up. Here is Alessandro Spuels. Balsamo. That's off the back iron. And McIntyre lets the ball roll out of bounds. Here is Tagrest. Long to McIntyre, putting the moves on Boganelli. Long has it back. Long a two. And it's rebounded and it's collected by Tagrest. Knight now has it. Long struggling here. Tagrest will collect. Back to Long. And one pass too many from Great Britain. And here comes Italy. Here is Uljadid, and the pass missing everyone and collected by Knight. Here is Knight again to the basket. Knight all the way, and Knight is fouled. Oscar Knight, 23 points, 3 of 7 from the line in this one. Only GB player to average a double-double at the European Championships back in Madrid last summer when Great Britain won that tournament with a perfect 8-0 record. As Knight hits them both. And into the game for the first time, Liam Barker, and back in Joel Clifton. McIntyre and Long come out. 3 minutes to play. Great Britain up by 9. And Italy, for all the pressure, for the threats they have made to Great Britain on the court right now, now it's the time to take the risks. Boganelli nails a two. That'll do. .238 remaining. Clifton, no hesitation. And just about gets the friendly roll. Is the luck with Great Britain? With 2:25 to go, or can Italy muster another comeback? Spuels is on the floor under the basket. And a foul has been called. And the foul on Henley Kavanagh. And that is Kavanagh's first foul. Balsamo. And that's no good. It's rebounded by Knight. Huge rebound for Oscar Knight. That's his 8th of the game to go with 25. And here he is again. Puts it up. And doesn't get it to fall. That would have been the dagger. Spuels. Uras puts up a mid-range. That's no good. Italy going cold. Great Britain ball. The fans can feel it. And Great Britain up double figures. They can feel it too, but the job is not finished yet, as they looked ahead to 4-0 here in Sao Paulo. Knight, here is Clifton. Clifton, a mid-range, that's short, it's taken by Uras, and a foul is called. Uras now with 4 rebounds in this contest. As a foul has been called. And Great Britain are now in the penalty as Boganelli comes out, and into the game for the first time, Francesco Marotta, seeing his first action, a newcomer to the team, plays his basketball in Verona, and into the game for Great Britain for the first time, Rowan Olsen, who has seen a few minutes here and there, has contributed well in spurts for GB. And Jura splits the free throws. Oscar Knight will let the ball roll out of bounds as Abstagrest went to the bench and replaced by Olsen. Here is Barker, Knight, and Great Britain will use the clock wisely. Knight, Clifton did well to collect, and Clifton can't get it to go. There was a lot of time on the shot clock, about 15 seconds, but Italy now have an opportunity. Balsamo, but they've got to go for broke here, Italy. Swells, here is Balsamo, puts up a three. That's no good, and Knight just about takes it away from Olsen. And a foul by Francesco Marotta. And now Italy with no more fouls to give. Well, it's been hard fought. It's certainly been their toughest test yet. But Great Britain will improve to 4-0 and all but confirm their spot in the quarterfinals. Liam Barker misses the two. It's rebounded by Kavanagh, who puts it in and puts the exclamation point on a hard-fought victory for Team Great Britain. Three is no good. 26 seconds remaining. But take nothing away from Italy. A strong outfit. They're 2-0 for a reason. They will go to 2-1. But they have really taken it to Great Britain here today. And no doubt they will look to bounce back in their upcoming group games. But they will suffer their first loss here of these World Championships. Great Britain will take on the United States next up. As Clifton misses the free throw. Italy will next play tomorrow against South Africa. It's been a fantastic game though, there's no doubt about it. It's been competitive, it's been physical, it's been exciting, it's had a lot of drama in it as well. But Great Britain will get the victory as the seconds tick down. Oscar Knight puts the ball on the floor and Great Britain victorious. Fantastic victory for Great Britain, but Italy will have a chance to regroup against South Africa in their next group game. Oscar Knight, an absolute beast under the basket. 25 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 66% from the field. Charlie McIntyre with his second triple-double of these World Championships. 15 points, 11 rebounds and 11 assists. But for the first time in these World Championships, Great Britain shoot below 50% from the floor, but they won't care. They've got the W. That's what it means to them. That's what means the most. And a fantastic performance, a gritty showing towards the end from Coach Oribemi's men. Italy were led by 14 points from Alessandro Spuels and 8 rebounds. But this was Great Britain's day. They have defeated Italy 72-60. Thank you so much for joining us on the IWBF YouTube channel. I'm John Hobbs, and I'll see you for the USA against Thailand game a bit later on. Goodbye for now.